Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Big bad YouTube blocked my video, so I have to see how fast I can do this. All right. Yeah, I bet the guy from Micro Machines can do it faster. All right. So I was listening to this video. I'm listening to a video. I was listening to a song, and it was "The Place is a Madhouse. Feels like being cloned." Um, my beacon's been moved under moon and stars. Where am I to go now that the? And I was like, wait, under moon and stars. So like this song's from the '80s and shit, right? And I was like, under moon and stars. So I was like, moon and star, and I was like, what? Oh shit, right? My beacon has been moved, right, under the moon and star. And it's funny when you talk about like Muhammad and his actions of taking the Ten Commandments, I mean the first five books, and then rewriting them as Ishmael being the Israelites and taking the Israelites out. And it talks about my ego has been moved, by the moon and star. So the moon and star refers to Islam. So I typed in Islamic enslavement of Aboriginal, and then lo and behold, um, slavery among the indigenous peoples of America came up. Yeah, that's interesting, but we already know about that. And then history of slavery in the Muslim world. And I was like, oh, really? So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to click on that. So when I clicked on that, I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. That's the first one among the indigenous peoples of America, right? And then, Muslim world. And I was like, what am I gonna learn from this? And I was like, now I was like, what the fuck is this? Bing! And I was like, wow, that's crazy. They're over there all on the black cube and shit, like one guy on top, and you know, just just surprising, when they type in Muslim and then Muslim slavery, and then you have this, pale dude with a beard, up there, and I was like, well, what does that really have to do with slavery? And then I got to this one, right? I think it's this one. That's the same one, isn't it? Oh, oh, that's right. They're right next to each other. Oh, bing. I'm gonna drop that later. All right. So, oh, I lost it. That's what I. That's what I lost. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We can keep going. We can keep going. Okay, so when you just go over here and then you just use these, you're like, hey, I'm gonna use you. And you just type in black cube, right? Black cube. You guys all know where this shit's gonna go, right? You just see like images, right? It's just black cube, right? Because this dude's up on top of this shit, right? He's all like jibby jibby jibby, wrong one. Jibby 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 to jabba to jibby jibby, right? All up on the cube, right? Now when you go over here, black cube, right? It's all like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. But if you go the black cube, and it's all like even got that little fucking window right there. Anything I'm playing? Let's go back. Okay, so as we're moving forward, that one's dead now. Dead tab. Okay, so I was like, hey, that's funny how it like looks like Genghis Khan and shit. Like when I, yeah, you can't like blow it up or anything, but they all look motherfucking same. They just put that little fucking look up there and shit, right? Now, gotta remember trying to do this fast. So when I go in here and I'm all like, I get a little bit Genghis Khan. These motherfuckers right here of history and others are of the opinion that the Tartars, which in a year about 1228, 750 BCE, in the year about 1228, 750 BCE. Remember, got to do this fast. Under the command of Zingis Cham, overspread the earth like a deluge. Is this telling me the truth? I would have to go out of here. I said go out. Go. Damn it. Oh, it's not gonna let me go out right now. I don't know why. It's just mad. Okay, so I don't have the Bible Hub up or eSword, do I? No, but I can always just go over here and eSword it up. So in the year about 1228, the Tartars, okay, Genghis Khan, right? Genghis Cham. All right, so we go to Genesis, and instead of we go. I'll tell you what. We can go to Exodus. We go Exodus chapter 20. Should not steal. Oh no. Let's see. Chapter 3. I'm sorry. I am the being. He said, I will bring you out of the affliction of the Egyptians to the land of the Canaanites. All right. Hey, let's just go to Genesis 10. I wonder if it says Cham or Ham. Cham, right there. Genesis 10. Argument ended, right? No more blah 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 blah, right? No more Cham right here. In the fucking Septuagint. You take your Bible and take it back to the Pope. Here, right here in the Septuagint, it says Cham. All right, so Zingis Cham, right there. Zingis Cham, the Tartars, overspread the earth like a deluge, and were the successors of the 10 tribes of Israel were carried into captivity to Assyria by Shalmaneser. Now, Assyria. Now, are they talking about Africa? The name Tartary or Tartaria seems to be some testimony thereof, because it signifies in the Syrian or Hebrew tongue remnants or reminders, and seemingly because the Tartanians were remainders of the aforementioned tribes. Nay, the northern Tartary herdsmen preserve to this day the names Dan, Zebulun, and Naphtali. Wherefore we need not to admire why so many Jews are found in Russia, Samaria, and Lyceland. Nay, the nearest to Tartary, the more Jews there are. So, when we go further, they had come out with a video, and it's talking about Genghis Khan. I cannot play this. I just did this video, and the time that I used this video, they banned it. Ed gave us a very wonderful gift. He put it up on screen. He spent 45 minutes teaching us a lot, and he put it up on screen, and there it is. Chickamauga Wars. Okay, so Chickamauga Wars, Second Cherokee War. Now, we're going to go BAM! Drop. And then when we see drop's going to show us a lot of hidden stuff on here. Now, drop had, man, I had to do this twice. This hurts, man. I got to go 10:45. Before I did it in a robot voice, it was kind of fun just doing a whole video in a robot voice. Just kind of having fun with it. Yeah. There we go. All right, so says the account of the Aboriginals. So Aboriginals are here. The Norse herdmen in the New World. So the Norsemen made it over here. All right, and the discoveries by the Spaniards, the English, and the French. Okay, so on this land, before we deal with Columbus, we have Aboriginals and Norsemen. Now, we know there's many Aboriginals, but we very rarely hear about Norsemen. So just like to highlight that to show you that there are Caucasians here. Let's go to 17.
To plot through 10.
Damn, 42, okay. Now, here we have Indians, Part 1, Aboriginal America, the red man, origin, and distribution character. The Indians, their name discounted for. The differences between them and the Asiatics. The origin of the Indian race is unknown. Theories controverted. The question likely to remain unsolved about where we come from. Language may give us light. The red man Ganoians, or something of that nature, habitats of that race, the divisions of the aboriginal nations, the Equimocs, okay, those are the Eskimos, their manner of life. The race of Algonquins, these are Negroes, okay. The Algonquins, we just read before, these are the Benti Shemites. Their distribution and character. The Huron Iroquois. Okay, here we have Iroquois. Okay, and the Huron, who are the Wyandot now. Their dominion, nature of their confederation, their influence and character. The southern races, the Cherokees, right off the bat, the Cherokees, the Mobilians. Okay, like Mobile, Alabama, the Mobilians, and the Mantians, something like that, beyond the mountains. Shoshones, Selish, not selfish, Selish, Calmaths, Californians, Aztec, and Toltec of old. The Indian character in general, some of the okay, so there we have some naming of the Indian tribes that were here. Now, today we hear like tons of names and shit like this. These are the originals, all right? Now pay close attention. The southern race, the Cherokees, right? Now that's the main branch out of the south, I would presume. Now the Algonquins and let's go to 46, 46:15. Now this is a power. All these videos I'm going to show you is powerful. One video I don't have up anymore is Arthur Scott Jr.'s video, where he goes into the discussion of the Muslims in control of Jerusalem. He follows the chasing of the city of Granada and why Columbus heads for Granada. It's covered in Arthur Scott's, I believe, his second Dumb Diverses video. All right, so right here I want 40, 46, 40. Oh, that's good enough. All right, so now we're going to see like the closer to original map. All right, now we see the Shoshone land right here, and also right here we have Shoshone territory on Algonquin land right here. All right, now when he zooms in, you can see it. But here's the Dakota territory. This is why we have North and South Dakota, but in such small area now, right? But it extends down here. Now, again, the people that you see in North Dakota and South Dakota portraying themselves as Indians are not Indians. They're mongrels. They came over with fucking Shalmaneser. Um, and they came late. They came so fucking late. They're like, where the hell did you guys? Where did these hills come from? Where did these mounds come from? Now, bam, dropping it. And again, watch his video, man. He tells you he gets a book. I think he's got a signed copy. And then that's just YouTube. All right, so we went into Moors, and when we go into Moors, they show you these images down here, right? And I was looking at some of these images. And then one of the images that came up, oh man, I hope it's this one. Oh, see, it's not here anymore. I had two images, and you know what? I saved the first image. I'm gonna show it to you. I took the image from whichever I opened. I can't tell you what it was right now. But the image. Let me see. Son of a bitch. There it is. I'll just open. Fuck. Okay, here we go. It was under Muslims or something like this, right? Or Islam or something like that. So here you have all these men dressed in all these fucking garments, supposed to be the Israelite garments, right? When you type in ancient Israel attire, you have the Muslims wearing the fucking garments, right? And look at what the slaves are wearing, just fucking rags. Now, this picture, I remember it is of Tartaria, but you find it in Paris. The painting is in Paris. All right. Now, when I thought I was done with the video, I started closing some shit out. It seems that a few people were able to watch the video and then they fucking then they blocked it. So again, on the screen that let us find the truth. Let me figure out which video was it. Bam! All right. On Let Us Find the Truth. Okay, the video titles are always on screen, so don't ask me what video it is. All right, so here by your timeline of America's major wars. Now, he explains that we gotta stay in war because they are what? They're what? Come on, they're just visiting. They don't belong here. They're just visiting. They're gonna go home eventually. But they have to stay in war to use the what? The Geneva code of conduct, right? So we're prisoners of war when we take our titles back. But right now we've given up our titles for Negro and the title African American. So as Negroes and African Americans, we are nothing. We do not have to be fed. We do not have to be clothed as prisoners of war. We do not have to be taken care of. We are second class citizens, and this is why if somebody breaks into your house, you can't call the cops. They're not gonna do shit. You're supposed to call fucking army because you're black. Because you said I'll take this title instead of my Aboriginal title. But then when you take your Aboriginal title, then they call the army on you. This nigga's warmongering. Warmongering. All right, so Chickamauga. All right, so it says Chickamauga, and you type in Chickamauga, and the first thing they say is what? Let's ask the government, right? All right, so then once you start finding fucking national parks, right? National Military Park, now you know you're on the right page. Battle of Chickamauga. So the first thing that fucking comes to mind, right? It says, "See Cherokee American Wars." So now they took the title of America. Now you read this shit, they don't want to tell you who the fighting is, except for up here, right? Which is this article is about American Civil War battle and campaign during the 18th century Cherokee actions. See Cherokee American Wars. Now when you read through this, they ain't gonna tell you, nothing about no fucking Cherokee. Not until later. So you'd think they was fighting themselves if you didn't know any better. All right, so again, my video has been blocked, and this is why. Mike Snow, Genghis Khan. So take the time, open up the Genghis Khan official video, and listen to what was made, how they sit there and they mock the whole situation. Somebody sent me some Cree shit, and I'll take some time to watch that. All right, so that is a rough draft of what the video was. All right, so again, look, I hope you're doing good. Stay safe, stay frosty, stay out of trouble. And oh no, that wasn't the whole video. Oh wait, I forgot. I remember now. So we were over here, and we'll just go into what they call history. And when we were in history, we were take your time, Mr. History. Take your time. Okay, I want to see the history. See, it's just mean. All right, so we'll just have to do it the hard way. All right, sorry about this. LG45 and 2. What are you fucking doing? See, now it's acting funny. Come on. I'm tired. Evil computer. Evil computer. Computer. You are evil. What?
Descendants of the vanished, hidden identity of the Anasazi people, which indigenous group Negro, and their civilization North and South, which race population occupied most of the continent in North America. The Anasazi people, called Negro, and their civilization North and Southeastern mound builders.
Okay, listen up, fucktards.
All right. Which indigenous group are today's Black American descendants of? The vanished, hidden identity of the
Ooh, so close to the revealing, right? Don't you hate when people fuck with you on that?
Anasazi people and their civilization called.
You're the descendants of the Anasazi. Now listen very close. Which type? Anasazi are just an ancient branch. I mean, ancient people. Branched off into different ways, right? Now, all these young men and women have risked their lives to bring you this information. We risked all our free time. A lot of people jump through a lot of hoops to get this information. Now we're here. The great revealing. Yes, we're Anasazi, but
the North, Eastern, Cherokee nations of mound builders, the planet keepers of America. Southeastern mound builders. All right. Which indigenous group are today's Black American descendants of? The vanished, hidden identity of the Anasazi people and their civilization called the North, Eastern, Cherokee nations of mound builders, the planet keepers of America. Who are the mound builders of? The vanished, hidden identity of the Anasazi people and their civilization called the North, Eastern, Cherokee nations of mound builders, the planet keepers of America. Which indigenous group are today's Black American descendants of? The vanished, hidden identity of the Anasazi people and their civilization called the North, Eastern, Cherokee nations of mound builders, the planet keepers of America.
it's a fucking mouthful. The Cherokee, nigga. The Cherokee. Plain and simple. Keep the shit simple. So, big round of applause, everybody. Everybody that went through and put the drop, put the work in to get us where we are today. We've amassed so much knowledge of who we are and what has happened to us. And now there's only a few things left to do. Now, soon we will have an opportunity to reclaim our indigenous title. With that in mind, we will be pushed back into the category of prisoner of war. We are occupied, and our occupier thrives off of the wealth that he siphons from us. We must work as one to uncover the rest. If we do not, we will fail, and we will stay in captivity until the destruction. Each of you have your own decision to make.